Hello, it's 6:56 a.m. on Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. Um, so last night was the first night I was able to get me a few hours of sleep. And I was wondering, what did I eat right that I ended up finally getting me some sleep? It could have been the yogurt and the nuts that I had in the frozen yogurt. Um, so I'm still feeling the sleep deprived feeling. And that's those two lesbians back over there. The moment I woke up at about exactly 6:30 in the morning, I woke up, and the very moment I turned around and look, well, these are some gang stalking men right here. You know, they're also cutting grass. Um, so, like, with those two women over there, it's like I woke up, and the moment I turned my back, they brightened the truck lights in my eyes from a distance. Um, so forgive me for being slowed. So today is the last day to be broke and poor, at least for a little while. And I still received nothing yet. I really would hate to rent a room out of somebody's house. But it's me having my own. And here's another gang stalker with funny headlights. And they were gang stalking me heavy yesterday. So, you know, I don't know why. See, that was used to distract me and take me off focus or topic. Um, so, yeah, forgive me for forgetting what I was trying to say. But, oh yeah, the, excuse me. It's been since Friday since I got to have a bath or a shower. And it's been, you know, sorry. Oh, I wish my brain processed like normal and faster. So it's been also since Friday since I got to get any sleep until the middle of the night. But what I was trying to say was, if I had my own bedroom and own bathroom while renting a room, that's as close to my own place as possible. And then I hardly would ever have to leave the room. But if you get Social Security and SSI, they reject you from, most of the time reject you from trying to rent a room. And they'll want, I mean, SSI and Social Security is not good enough, but hey, it's guaranteed income. But it's small, but they make it like as if they want to make sure that you're working and make sure you have a job and a car. You have to have a job and a car in order to rent a room most places, so, and then they want to try to act like delusional landlords that they want to demand the deposit and references and background checks and stuff like that just to make themselves bigger and more narcissistic. So y'all know I don't do well with roommates anyway, and I do best by myself. But it's like I said before that the only reason why I feel like I'm stuck here in Pensacola or can't leave because I can't find a permanent place anywhere else, and this is the only place that I know of where I can have a sleep spot and a potty spot and the police won't bother me if I'm homeless outside on the streets. If any of y'all who remember me on my main Targeted by the Psych World channel, which was my original Psych World backup channel, excuse me, sorry about that, but I did not realize I even, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but they, force urinated me a few times, and that's why I have to wear bladder pads, and they force urinate a lot of us targeted individuals. I didn't mean for y'all to accidentally see what y'all just saw. I'm sorry, but that's what the perps would do. I mean, because I would just wipe my face and I didn't even realize I forgot I had, that in my hand, the trash. But the perps will hit you with directed energy weapons to make you incontinent and then turn around and condemn and berate you for it and bully and harass and laugh at you for it. Excuse me, So I know that I'm not perfect. I know I make mistakes. But, and I admit to my mistakes, but last night was the first night that I had to deal with being bitten up by mosquitoes, but it wasn't too bad. I still felt a little cold, but by it being in the late 60s or early 70s, look at that gang stalker. Wait till the moment I come over here to come sit outside. But it's like, yeah, he's walking over there. But so, well, yesterday the I'm glad I was able to get a taxi in a reasonable amount of time, because it seemed like they took advantage of hiking up the prices for Uber and Lyft and stuff like that. They took advantage of hiking up the prices because of the idea of everybody getting their checks and stimulus checks and stuff like that. So, I just paid $13 for a cab yesterday, and then my dinner was free. Somebody paid for my dinner. I didn't have much for breakfast I had crepes and bananas with a little powdered sugar. For lunch I had some potatoes and carrots with corn and chicken. And then for dinner I had a beef taco and I had a beef taco and a beef taco and black beans with a little bit of cheese and salsa and chips, but the waitress was nice and insisted on offering me an extra taco and wanted to give me more. But I was so hungry for lunch that I ate a lot, and I had a little bit of frozen yogurt, and I figured maybe the nuts in the yogurt probably helped me sleep. So seems like peanuts and almonds together seem like they work better to help me get sleep. But I know I can't eat it every day. But yeah, I had a little less than half cup of frozen yogurt. But I forgot that on Monday they have a special where you can have a full cup of yogurt or as much as you want, and as much as you can fit in a cup for $5. But me trying to be modest with my sugar intake is the reason why I didn't get the special. I just got only like about half a cup with a few little toppings. So excuse me, I'm still undecided of what to do. And like the abusive fake foster mom years ago, she used to condemn me. She used to give us a cheap ass stingy $20 a month. $20 a month for allowance, while the other foster boys, after we turned 18 and she treated them better than us, she gave them $37.50 a month, which was what the state allowed. The state, it's like a lot of the certain funds that were supposed to be used for us in foster care, the foster mom kept it all for herself. I didn't know that they gave us a clothing allowance for winter and a clothing allowance for summer. And then the foster mom would keep us wearing the same clothes for 8 years and stuff like that. And, felt entitled to just take what belonged to us. She took a whole bunch of money from us, stole. So they wanted to keep us in the dark and keep us ignorant while they acted like they thought they were perfect and couldn't do any wrong and stuff like that. And as I said, the foster mom and her so-called husband, the fourth husband, don't even deserve to be called a husband. They got Foster Parent of the Year award despite being abusive, the most abusive foster parents. So the foster mom was driving around in that nice BMW and had that big, huge house. And it's like, I don't understand how you can be jealous of a child who doesn't have much of anything. So only $20 a month. So the foster mom would try to bully, harass, and lecture me and falsely accuse me of spending up all my money and try to be like, money burns your hands, don't you? Money burns your hands. And she'll try to falsely make it like as if all I do is take my money and spend it up. But she gave us $20 a month and then expected us to responsibly manage the money properly and stuff like that, And even at 17 years old, and I told y'all about how even when I was working at Popeyes, it's like I was forced to hand over all my checks. Every check that I worked for, I was forced to hand it over to the foster mom. And for her to spend for herself on whatever. So she tried to falsely make it like as if just so she can have more power and control. She tried to falsely, say if you for once wanted to go to the concession stand and buy a 50-cent Snicker bar, she'll over exaggerate and falsely and think she had the authority to confiscate your whole check. And then the whole $20 the $20 allowance. 50 cents out of $20, and she'll falsely say that you spend up all your money on junk food and use that as her opportunity and excuse to steal from me. Take that money back. And so she would get mad and tell the social workers about the 5 dresses from Macy's that I bought with my money, Candy. Talking about, that it was with her money that she spent she bought us 5 dresses from Macy's. No, motherfucker, it was the state's money. That was our money. And you weren't even working at the time. You were still a foster parent. Stealing what belongs to us. So, the narcissistic fake TI perps and regular perps make a false rumor and say that I misuse the funds that's given to me, or that I waste money on hotel rooms and eating food and stuff, So tomorrow's supposed to be a tornado. I don't need anybody's money tomorrow since we got the stimulus check. So one lady gave me the idea to try soap making, and I don't know why people prefer commercial soaps over natural soaps. It seems like, people don't appreciate homemade and natural anymore. Nobody sews anymore. Nobody does. When I was in first grade, people, back in 1989 or stuff like that, people were still doing stuff like sewing clothes and doing basket weaving and stuff like that. Nobody really appreciates that no more. So nobody appreciates anything homemade or handmade or natural anymore. Everybody likes to go the commercial way. You go to the farmer's market and you see handmade clothes, and hardly anybody buys them, or any handmade art or carving, with wood and stuff like that, like carving a wooden duck and painting it and stuff like that. People don't even appreciate it no more. So, wow, today's Tuesday. Today's the day that everybody cuts grass. But tomorrow it's supposed to have tornado and hail and heavy rainstorms and stuff like that. But I won't be able to check into any hotel room until in the afternoon. So I guess I'll have to get stuck in the midst of the storm. And then today, I don't know, it seemed like almost all the little cash I have is spent, and I don't remember how little bit of money I have in the bank. I hate to be stuck downtown, but I don't know how much I need to get me some different shoes, some either walking shoes or something comfortable. Yesterday I looked in every sneaker store, every shoe store in the mall. I looked at some shoes, and none of the stores had any shoes that I liked. And I was kind of disappointed. None of them had shoes that I liked or was comfortable. But I'm sorry that I accidentally the trash. I did not mean to show y'all my little garbage. I'm sorry to whoever I offended. So, well, it's warm and humid today. I got this hoodie on mainly to protect myself against, being bitten up and stuff. Wow, you'll commonly see something like this. These are two of the same vehicle, but one is newer than the other. They're two of the same color or the same vehicle, but one is pretty new. They're both Honda CRV, but they're both the same color and look new. I mean, one is newer than the other. But I also seen some perps have vehicles where it's two or three vehicles of that look almost the exact same and probably different colors and have almost the exact same license plate with like alternate numbers and stuff like that. Yeah, so I thought about if I could get either a hotel room or a regular room for rent. I'm sorry for any construction noise. If I can get a hotel room or a room for rent, and then you know, if I can get a hotel room or a room for rent, and then um I can buy a crock pot and try to learn and practice crock pot soap making. And I don't know whether to sell it online or in person. I don't know where to go. I would have to find out here in Pensacola where to go to get a license to sell soap. Because back then in New Orleans, my hometown, people used to be able to do stuff like they used to be able to, in my hometown New Orleans, they used to be able to just, you can make pies and praline candy and little cakes and stuff, and you were able to just sell it on the bus if you wanted to, and nobody said anything. But nowadays, everybody has their knee in your neck and self-righteous and holier than thou. And if they catch you, narcissistically catch you selling something, if they catch you selling something, then they're gonna, they'll threaten you to your face that they're gonna report you if you caught selling something, without a license or without authorization and stuff like that. But back then, people used to be able to sell frozen cups, lemonade and stuff without the government, trying to, and I mean, more people could make their own living, but it's like they want more corporate control of everything, and they want to do away with mom and pop stores. They already did away with mom and pop stores and replaced it with their wicked Illuminati corporations. I'm sorry for all these loud, dirty buses. Um, they ain't got to worry about me taking the dirty buses again. So, like, I'm afraid, of how to spend my money tomorrow. I don't know what's the exact thing to do with it. I would love to save a nice bit of it, but I don't like. That's why it's like that job would have worked out pretty good if I could have been able to set that money aside, or been able to hopefully get permanent housing. And that job plus the stimulus check plus my Social Security and SSI,